Hey guys, it's Tika, your favorite dietitian, and today I want to talk about, it's a pretty big topic, but I'm going to do my best to cover it. I think that there's a really fine line between caring about your health, working towards your health goals, being a little bit uncomfortable, versus it becoming really toxic and being a negative thing towards your mental health. So I asked you guys on Instagram, when was the last time you rested, like really rested? But before we get into it, I really want to say that I'm not bashing having goals and setting goals, working towards those goals, and pushing yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone to achieve the health goals that you want to achieve. Because I actually think that's important. There is a certain level of discomfort that is needed if you want to specifically achieve a health goal. By the way, one of the things that inspired me to make this video was Tiffany Ferg's video on toxic productivity and hustle culture as it relates to our work-life balance or lack thereof. I believe she has 2 videos on that, which are so good. I would highly recommend to watch, and I'll link them in the description down below. So let's get into it. What are some examples about what I'm talking about? The first one is this no excuses mindset. Okay, sure, there's the
I can't work out today, I'm sick.
But then there's the, I actually can't work out right now, I am sick.
No excuses.
But sometimes you do have a legitimate excuse and nobody can tell you what you're feeling in your body. It's nobody's job but your own to be honest with yourself, look into your body, listen to your body, and feel what it is telling you. And I have seen nutrition coaches that are not registered dietitians preaching this no excuses mentality, saying that you have to follow this meal plan to a T, no excuses. And if you don't, you fail the meal plan. But I'm here to tell you, no, you are not a failure. You didn't fail the meal plan. You didn't fail the diet failed you. Because we are not robots meant to be on strict diets and meal plans for the rest of our lives. Sure, it may work for a short amount of time, but what happens when you want to go on vacation, when you want to travel, when you want to eat out with your friends, when it's your birthday, when it's Thanksgiving, when it's Christmas? And this is why, as a dietitian, this is one reason I don't promote meal plans. I don't create meal plans for my clients anymore. I used to. That was, we live and we learn. It was a mistake. I'd rather help teach people fundamentals about nutrition and tiny habit changes that, when done consistently, can compound into big results. It's slower, but it ends up being a lot easier on yourself if you're able to stick to little habits every day that eventually compound, rather than seeing yourself as a robot who has to adhere to a certain meal plan. So as I was editing this and hearing my thoughts on this whole meal plan situation, I feel like there are exceptions, honestly. Like, for example, for those with bariatric surgery, or to honestly just kickstart healthy habits, or to just have some kind of structure if you don't know where to start with healthy eating. That's where I think that some people can benefit from meal plans, but I'm just saying it's not a long-term solution. I just personally think it's more sustainable to be gentle on yourself and live life, because life is filled with temptations and distractions, but that doesn't mean that you're a failure for giving into them. The next one, we look at rest as being lazy. We glorify being so busy, working out so hard, eating healthy all the time. That is like an aspirational thing to look up upon. How did burning ourselves out become aspirational? We brag about working out so hard.
I ran 50 miles. I biked 100 miles off of very little sleep. And guess what? I'm going to do it all again tomorrow. Go hard or go home. No pain, no gain.
But what about the fact that rest is actually really important to help your muscles rebuild and repair so that you can actually build muscle and gain the strength that you're working so hard to achieve with all these hours at the gym? What about the fact that going hard all the time without any rest is actually hurting your body more than it's helping it? And I'm really curious to know in the comments, have you found this balance in your life, or do you feel like you're still kind of struggling with the balance between going hard, working hard towards your health goals versus also focusing on self-care and taking rest? Do you find yourself leaning more towards going hard? Do you find yourself leaning more towards resting and you wish that you did go a little bit harder? Or do you feel like you found that balance? I think it would be really interesting to hear everyone's ideas and comments on that, because even me, I'm personally still finding that balance, as you'll hear later in this video. Keep watching. In fact, in the fitness world, it's just as important to schedule deload weeks where you're going lighter. Maybe you're decreasing your sets, or you're decreasing your reps, or you're decreasing your weights just for a week, and prioritizing sleep and rest, so that your muscles have a really good chance at repairing and rebuilding so you can gain that strength that you're looking to gain. I remember one time I was at the gym and I was walking on the treadmill. Someone comes up to me,
bangs on the treadmill. Go harder, like pick it up.
And I'm like, why? You don't know me, you don't know my body, you don't know what my goals are, you don't know why I'm walking on this treadmill right now. What if I'm walking just to have a mindful moment to myself, to de-stress a little bit, not to burn calories? Then there's
I fell off the wagon, I fell off track, I cheated on my diet, I wasn't supposed to eat that. Oh, I'm so bad for doing that. Yesterday I ate good, but today it was bad. I ate a cookie, I'm so bad.
There's actually solid research in the literature that shows that people who are more self-compassionate tend to engage in more health-promoting behaviors, like eating well and exercising, which is exactly why I made this video all about how self-compassion can really help us achieve our health goals. So I think we really have it backwards with this go hard or go home, black and white mentality. Oh, this next one is gold. We brag about sleep deprivation.
I only slept 3 hours last night, but I'm working so hard. I'm working out so hard.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
But sleep deprivation is actually linked to increased risk of Alzheimer's dementia, high blood pressure, heart disease, and weight gain. So actually taking care of your health also means sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours per night as an adult, depending on your age. We can't function, our brains can't function on sleep deprivation. Also, fun fact, this study showed that after only 4 days of 4 hours of sleep, people ate an extra 300 calories and more saturated fat than usual without compensating by burning more calories, which shows that shorter sleep could easily lead to health problems and weight gain in the long term. And it was really interesting to me to actually read through this research and learn this information about the actual mechanism in which sleep deprivation can influence our hormones, which can cause us to eat more calories because we're more hungry, we have more cravings, and the fact that sleep deprivation really has this causal link to dementia. So I thought that was really interesting, especially because on social media, I think that we're fed the message a lot that we need to sleep less and work out more. It just seems that the message of resting and sleep doesn't get a lot of media attention. So really the inspiration for this video came from my own recent experience with being unable to rest. But I've been realizing that I'm not recovering from stiffness and soreness in my muscles. My neck is in pain. I'm getting aches and pains everywhere. And who knows what's going on? It could be something to do with my diet. It could be that my muscles just need some time off of working out. I'm literally taking time off of rock climbing. And if you guys know me, you follow me on Instagram, you know how much I absolutely love rock climbing. And for me to say that I'm not gonna go rock climbing until I fully feel better, that's a lot. That's a lot for me. If I don't take care of all of this now, it could potentially be a worse problem in the future that I really don't want to deal with at the ripe young age of 31. And I'm not saying that I have all of the answers here, but I'm going to listen to my body at the end of April and decide what is it telling me. I have many years to push myself in the gym. I have many years to continue rock climbing because what my plan is, I am going to do yoga a few times a week. I'm going to focus on meditating every single day, getting in at least 8,000 steps a day, and doing dead hangs 3 times a week. Just super gentle movement that doesn't involve lifting heavy weights and lifting to failure, because that's what I'm used to doing. And I think that it's so much better to do some active recovery and active rest rather than just keeping my body completely sedentary, because I feel like that would hurt my muscles more than help it. As well as icing my neck and my hamstrings and wherever I feel soreness and stiffness, because yeah, that's still not going away. I'm also experimenting with taking collagen, and maybe in the future I will be taking some creatine, but not right now because I'm not going to be weightlifting. But I think we really need to look at intentional rest as being productive in the long term, because if you really give your body that rest that it needs and that it deserves, you can come back so much better and so much stronger in the future. So why not just take a month to be extra gentle on my body and, give it something that it hasn't had? In fact, I even scheduled this in my planner, because this is actually a good tip for anyone who struggles with sticking with a plan, to physically write it in whatever calendar or planner that you're using that day. And another thing I think is really important when we're talking about solutions to this whole toxic hustle culture mindset in the nutrition and health field is to actually learn to listen to your body. Ask yourself, what is your body telling you in this moment? What does it need right now? How are your muscles feeling? How is your stomach feeling? What are the thoughts that are going on in your head? Is your heart rate elevated or is it calm? Just practicing mindfulness, mindful eating, breathing, meditating can really help you listen to your body and learn that skill of interoceptive awareness, actually listening to your body in the long term, which is why I actually made this video on mindful eating, how to actually have these mindful moments when it comes to eating. Yes, sometimes you do have to be uncomfortable if you have health goals and push yourself to achieve those health goals, but only you know your body, you know the difference between pushing yourself too hard versus pushing yourself just enough. So if this video helped you reflect on that, your body, your values, give this video a like, subscribe for more, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.